Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. So, the top of the news today, a stirring, forceful, tough, and bipartisan speech by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in front of a joint session of Congress. In just a moment, we'll be joined by House Speaker Mike Johnson to talk about Mr. Netanyahu's very brilliant speech and some other things. But first up, I want to just play some clips from the speech itself. And I begin with a Reagan-esque declaration from the Prime Minister. Take a listen.
For the forces of civilization to triumph, America and Israel must stand together. Because when we stand together, something very simple happens. We win, they lose.
I love that. We win, they lose. That was one of Reagan's favorite lines about the old communist Soviet Union. Anyway, throughout the speech, the Israeli Prime Minister took great care to conjoin Israel and the United States. Here's some of it.
Our enemies are your enemies. Our fight is your fight. And our victory will be your victory.
There you go. And he also took great care to make his appeal a bipartisan one. First to President Biden. Take a listen to this.
I want to thank President Biden for his tireless efforts on behalf of the hostages and for his efforts to the hostage families as well. He rightly called Hamas sheer evil.
And then a nod to former President Trump. Here it goes.
I want to thank President Trump for his leadership in brokering the historic Abraham Accords, to recognizing Jerusalem as our capital and moving the American embassy there.
But, Mr. Netanyahu spared no scorn for pro-Hamas protesters when he launched this one. Take a listen.
Well, I have a message for these protesters. When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
Yes, useful idiots. He also rebutted charges that Israeli troops were using excessive force among civilians in Gaza. Plus, he cited impressive numbers rebutting another criticism that Israel is somehow starving Gaza. Take a listen to this.
Israel has enabled more than 40,000 aid trucks to enter Gaza. That's 500,000 tons of food. And that's more than 3,000 calories for every man, woman, and child in Gaza. If there are Palestinians in Gaza who aren't getting enough food, it's not because Israel is blocking it, it's because Hamas is stealing it.
Of course they are. But then the Prime Minister defended the Israeli army, the defense forces, calling the soldiers unbowed, undaunted, unafraid, and referred to them biblically as the lions of Israel. And he made it very clear that Israel intends to complete its destruction of Hamas and continue the fight. And that fight includes the fight against Hezbollah, the fight against Houthis, and most importantly, the fight against the terrorist banker and puppeteer Iran. Then Mr. Netanyahu concluded with this thought.
May God bless Israel, may God bless America, and may God bless the great alliance between Israel and America forever.
All right, and I will conclude with this thought. Bibi Netanyahu was at the top of his game today in his congressional address, and I think he did himself and the cause of Israel a lot of good. President Biden has too often been too ambiguous about supporting our #1 Middle East ally, and the Democrats' new standard-bearer Kamala Harris has too often criticized Israel in public and even in worse terms in private. Israel's natural political ally is Donald Trump, who will meet with Netanyahu in Mar-a-Lago on Friday. But the Prime Minister was wise to make today's speech a bipartisan one. The Israeli cause is just. Its Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu showed a ton of energy in defending that cause today, and I thought it was just what the doctor ordered. All right, my take.